Before I started this reading, I asked for something deep, so this feels like it's for someone who's been moving through an inner storm, maybe for longer than they care to admit. This one begins with a slow, long awakening. There's been a sense of needing to stand strong to protect yourself, but also this weariness, like you're tired of having to be the one that carries all the weight, the one who holds everything together even when you're not sure you want to anymore. Maybe you've had to grow up too fast, or maybe you've always felt like the protector, the survivor. But just because you can carry the weight doesn't mean that you are meant to. There's also been a moment where something you believed in, it was some dream or guiding light, that faded. Maybe it was a person you thought who would always be there. Maybe it was a version of yourself that you wanted to become. Either way, that guiding light has dimmed, and since then you've been trying to find a new north. But silence has been loud there, and in that silence, this voice of self-doubt has crept in to fill that space. You may have started asking yourself some questions like, was I wrong about everything? Did I imagine the love? Did I imagine the potential, the meaning behind all of it? You've gone through days where you've felt bitter, cold, maybe even unrecognizable to yourself, and in that space, you've turned the mirror on yourself again and again, hoping to find clarity, but only finding more confusion. It's like you're trying to pull answers out of fog, and still something in you refuses to give up. There's a younger, softer voice inside that's still watching, still paying attention, and still hoping. You might not hear that voice every day, but it's there. That part of you is where the wisdom will come from. You've been releasing something as well here. It could be a belief maybe, or someone who wouldn't meet you with truth. Maybe you've been rewriting what struggle actually means. It's not a sign that you're failing, it's a sign that you're still moving, but the pain of the past and the frustration of not having closure still definitely is echoing throughout this reading, and some days it's hard not to compare yourself to other people, wondering why things come easier to other people. That comparison is stealing your peace right now. You may have lost faith in your ability to be seen clearly. You've been doubted a lot. You've had people assume the worst about you. You've had your softness used against you as well. So you tried to get sharper, tougher, but that didn't feel like you either. You've been stuck in between being seen as too much and then not enough. And it's affected your creativity, your joy, your connection to what you once loved as well. You've been pouring out energy but not feeling any of it replenished. Maybe you've felt spiritually burnt out as well. Maybe you've just forgotten what it feels like to be held by someone. Now you're standing at a threshold. There's something here that can no longer be ignored, an old wound that needs to be witnessed and not solved. You're not being asked to fix anything today. You're just being asked to stop fighting yourself. This is not a punishment. It's not karma. It's just a moment of pause, a chance to turn around and walk yourself home. So you really don't need to prove anything right now, not your worth, not your growth, not your resilience. Let this next season be about recovery, not reinvention. So instead of asking what's wrong with you, maybe try asking what part of me is aching to be heard. Spend time this week doing something small and slow that feels like you, whether that's music, movement, stillness, something that returns you to your softness. And just know this, that you are not late, you are not broken, and you are not too much. You are just in between chapters right now. When the world goes quiet like this, it means that something is preparing to shift, but before it does, you need to come back to yourself.